Have you ever looked at your aging parents, or maybe even your own reflection, and thought, when did things get so difficult? The simple act of walking, something that once brought freedom, joy, and independence, now feels like a struggle, like a test. But here's a truth that few talk about. It's not just about age, it's about the choices we make as we grow older. You see, many of us think that staying active means walking as much as possible, pushing through the discomfort, holding on to that daily routine. We hear it everywhere, right? Just keep moving, don't slow down. But what if I told you that this advice, this obsession with walking more, might be doing more harm than good, especially after the age of 70? Imagine this. Your father, who used to stride confidently down the street, now hesitates at the front door. Your mother, who once loved her morning walks, now needs to sit down halfway. It's subtle at first, just a little slower, a little weaker. But then out of nowhere, a stumble, a fall, a moment of fear that seems to freeze time. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you've felt it, or maybe you're scared of feeling it one day. But here's the real shocker. Doctors are now warning that for those over 70, walking too much can actually accelerate weakness, steal away balance, even increase the risk of life-changing falls. It's not because walking is bad, it's because it's only part of the picture. There are 5 crucial things you or your loved ones should focus on instead. 5 simple yet powerful habits that can protect strength, boost balance, and keep you living with confidence, without the fear of falling. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what they are. Practical, science-backed steps you can start using today, whether you're in your 70s, 80s, or even if you're caring for someone who is. So if you're here because you care, because you want to stay strong, balanced, and independent, or because you want the same for someone you love, then stay with me. And if that's you, if you're committed to making sure age doesn't take away your freedom or theirs, comment "I'm here right now" and subscribe to Wisdom of Longevity for more insights that can change lives. Because getting older is inevitable, but staying strong, balanced, and confident is a choice. And today I'm going to show you how to make the right one. So where do we begin? Point 1. Prioritize strength training. Picture this. Your father, who once walked miles without breaking a sweat, now struggles to lift a bag of groceries. You might think, maybe he just needs to walk more. Get those legs moving. But here's the truth. It's not the walking he needs, it's strength. Because as we age, our muscles don't just weaken, they wither. It's called sarcopenia, a slow, silent loss of muscle mass that starts as early as your 30s, but becomes painfully obvious after 70. And walking, as great as it is, doesn't fix this. In fact, walking without enough muscle strength can make you more vulnerable. Weaker legs, tired arms, a fragile body that struggles with the basics. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think walking is enough. They believe that staying active means covering miles, pushing for steps, counting distance. But what they don't see is that without strong muscles to support the body, those walks can turn into a hazard. Each step becomes a test. Each stumble, a potential fall. So what should you do instead? Simple. Strength training. No, this doesn't mean lifting heavy weights or spending hours at the gym. In fact, you can build strength with the simplest movements, right from your own home. Start with the basics. Sit to stand exercises. Use a sturdy chair. Sit down slowly. Then stand up without using your hands. Do this a few times each day. It's not just a movement. It's a test of your leg strength, your balance, your ability to keep yourself steady. Or try wall push-ups. Stand facing a wall, place your hands against it, and slowly push yourself away. No weights, no equipment, just your own body. For those feeling a bit stronger, light resistance bands can be a game changer. Gentle bicep curls, seated leg extensions, and even simple arm raises can reawaken muscles that walking alone can't touch. And if you're wondering, how often should I do this? Start with just 2 or 3 times a week. Short sessions, 10, 15 minutes. As you build confidence, increase the intensity. But remember, it's not about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about building the muscle you need to stay independent, to stand up without help, to carry groceries without fear, to walk, not because you have to, but because you want to. But strength alone isn't enough, because even the strongest muscles can betray you if they're stiff, if they're rigid, if they don't bend and move as they should. And that's why we need to talk about the second key, flexibility. Point 2, focus on flexibility. Picture this, your grandmother, the one who used to dance with joy at every family gathering, spinning and swaying to the music without a care in the world. But now you notice her struggling to bend down, to reach for something on the lower shelf, to put on her shoes without leaning on something for support. And you wonder, what happened? It's not just age, it's stiffness, a quiet, creeping rigidity that takes over as the years go by. You see, as we age, our joints don't just grow older, they become less lubricated, less flexible. The cartilage, that cushion between your bones, wears down. The tendons lose their stretch, and the muscles tighten. And walking alone? It doesn't fix this. In fact, if walking is all you do, your body can become even more rigid. Those same movements repeated over and over, reinforcing stiffness instead of fighting it. But here's where most people go wrong. They think stretching is for athletes, for dancers, for gym goers. Not for them, not for someone in their 70s, 80s, or beyond. But that's a dangerous mistake, because flexibility isn't about doing splits or bending like a gymnast. It's about having the freedom to move without fear, to reach without pain, to stand tall without struggling. Imagine this, a simple fall because your legs couldn't step far enough apart to catch you. A stumble because your back didn't bend the way it used to. Flexibility is more than comfort. It's protection. So how do you maintain it? It's simpler than you think. You don't need fancy routines. You don't need a yoga studio. All you need is a few minutes each day. Start with the gentlest stretches. Each morning as you sit by the edge of your bed, reach your hands towards your toes. Don't force it. Just feel the stretch along the back of your legs. This isn't a test, it's a gift you give your body. Or try shoulder rolls, lifting your shoulders to your ears, then slowly rolling them back, feeling the tension melt away. This keeps your upper body limber, preventing the stiffness that can make simple tasks, like reaching a shelf, feel impossible. For your hips, the source of balance, try gentle seated leg lifts. Sit comfortably, lift one leg slightly off the ground, hold for a moment, then lower it. Switch sides. This isn't about speed. It's about reminding your body that it can still move, and move safely. And if you're feeling a bit adventurous, a simple cat-cow stretch from a seated position can do wonders. Sit up straight, arch your back gently like a stretching cat, then round it forward. It's not just a stretch. It's a way to keep your spine alive, your posture strong, your balance steady. Just 10 minutes a day, no more. And you'll notice something. Bending to tie your shoes feels easier. Reaching for the remote doesn't strain your shoulder. Getting up from a chair feels less of a struggle. But there's one more thing most people don't know. Flexibility isn't just physical, it's mental too. Because what good is a strong, flexible body if the mind that controls it begins to slow down? Which brings us to something just as important. Point 3, keep the mind engaged. Your neighbor, sharp as a tack, always remembering every detail from your conversations. But lately, you've noticed a change. They pause in the middle of a sentence, searching for a word that seems just out of reach. They ask you the same question twice, then again the next day. And you tell yourself, it's just age, right? But is it? You see, just like muscles that weaken without use, the mind also fades when it isn't challenged. As we age, our brain's connections, the pathways that let us think clearly, remember vividly, learn easily, they begin to slow down. But this isn't a death sentence for your mind. It's a warning, a reminder that your brain, just like your body, needs exercise. But here's the problem. Most people believe that keeping the mind sharp means doing crossword puzzles or reading the newspaper. And while these are great, they are just a tiny piece of the puzzle. Because the key isn't just using your mind, it's challenging it. Think of your brain like a network of roads. If you keep driving the same path, crosswords, TV shows, simple conversations, those roads get worn, but they don't expand. The brain needs new roads, new challenges. So what should you do? Start with something different. Try learning a new skill, something you've never done before. It doesn't have to be complex. It could be a simple card game, learning a few words of another language, or even trying a new recipe. These aren't just hobbies, they're mental workouts. Or go a step further, combine mind and body. Dance, even if it's just in your living room. The rhythm, the movement, the memory of steps, it's a total brain workout. Don't like dancing? Try Tai Chi, a slow-flowing exercise that requires focus, coordination, and balance. If you love music, why not try a simple musical instrument? Even just drumming your fingers on a table in rhythm is a form of mental engagement. But here's a secret that almost no one tells you: social interaction. Yes, talking to people, sharing stories, even a friendly argument. These are all powerful brain exercises. Because conversation isn't just words, it's memory, it's focus, it's emotion. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or 90, your brain has a remarkable ability called neuroplasticity, the power to adapt, to change, to grow. But here's something you need to know. No matter how sharp your mind, how flexible your body, or how strong your muscles, without the right fuel, everything falls apart. Because the food you eat isn't just about keeping your stomach full, it's about keeping your body and mind alive. Point 4. Optimize nutrition. Imagine your aunt, the one who could always bring a family together with her cooking, the smell of freshly baked bread filling the kitchen, her laughter echoing as she serves second helpings. But now, she barely touches her own plate. Recipes that once brought her joy sit forgotten, and mealtime has become a quiet, lonely routine. And you wonder, is she just not hungry? Or is it something more? The truth is, as we age, our bodies change, not just on the outside, but on the inside. Our metabolism slows down. Our digestive system becomes less efficient. Our taste buds, once so sensitive, begin to dull, making food less enjoyable. Even the simple act of chewing can become a struggle for some. But here's what most people don't realize. These changes can be more than just getting older. They can be dangerous. Because when an elderly person starts eating less, it isn't just a loss of appetite. It can be a slow, silent loss of strength, of energy, of life itself. You see, the body needs fuel, not just to move, but to heal, to think, to fight off illness. And when that fuel is missing, muscles weaken, bones become brittle, the immune system falters. Even balance, the very thing that keeps us standing tall, depends on proper nutrition. But here's the problem. Most people think eating less is just a natural part of aging. They say, "Oh, she's just not hungry these days." They serve smaller portions, stop cooking favorite meals, and before they know it, their loved one is barely eating anything at all. But there's a better way, a way to bring joy back to the table, to make every bite count without feeling forced. It starts with nutrient density, because when appetite is small, every bite needs to matter. Think of foods that pack a punch: smooth, creamy yogurt with a sprinkle of nuts, a bowl of hearty vegetable soup with lean chicken, a handful of berries rich in vitamins. But sometimes even these can feel like too much. And that's where smoothies become a lifesaver. A handful of spinach, a ripe banana, a spoonful of peanut butter, and a splash of milk, all blended together into a smooth, delicious drink that's packed with nutrition, but gentle on the stomach. And don't forget about protein, because without it, muscles can't rebuild and weakness can take over. Eggs, fish, lean meats, and even soft tofu can provide the strength-building nutrients that aging bodies desperately need. But there's one more secret: spices. Yes, the simple act of adding herbs and spices can bring flavor back to bland meals, waking up tired taste buds without adding salt or sugar. Cinnamon on oatmeal, a pinch of turmeric in soup, fresh herbs scattered over roasted vegetables, little touches that make every bite something to savor. But even with the best diet, even with the most balanced meals, there's one thing that can destroy your strength faster than anything else. And that's exhaustion, because what good is a strong, nourished body if it's always tired? Point 5. Prioritize rest and recovery. Think about your mother, always the one with endless energy. A woman who used to be up with the sunrise, keeping busy all day, never needing to sit down. But now, even the smallest tasks leave her drained. She sleeps, but it doesn't seem to help. She tries to stay active, pushing herself to walk, to clean, to keep going. But instead of feeling stronger, she feels weaker. And you wonder, is she just being lazy? Is it just old age catching up? But here's what most don't know. As we age, the body's need for recovery doesn't just increase, it becomes crucial. The muscles you build through strength training, the flexibility you maintain with gentle stretches, even the sharpness you keep in your mind, they all rely on one simple thing: rest. But not just any rest, because lying in bed all day isn't rest, it's surrender. What the body needs is active recovery, moments of peace that heal without causing weakness. And this is where most people make a terrible mistake. They think staying active means pushing harder, walking further, doing more. But for someone over 70, that can be a dangerous trap, because every step, every movement that tires the body without proper recovery is a step towards weakness, towards imbalance, towards a fall. So how do you recover without falling into inactivity? It begins with gentle, calming activities. Think of Tai Chi, slow flowing movements that don't just stretch the body, but calm the mind. Or restorative yoga, where simple poses are held with the support of pillows and blankets, letting the body relax without strain. Even a quiet walk in nature can be a form of recovery, if it's done slowly, without pressure, breathing in the fresh air, feeling the sun on your face. But here's the real secret: sleep. Not just any sleep, but quality sleep. Because without it, the body cannot repair, the mind cannot reset, and energy remains a distant memory. But as we age, sleep doesn't come easily. The body aches, the mind races, the nights are filled with restless tossing and turning. But there are ways to help. Start by creating a bedtime routine: a warm bath, a soothing herbal tea, a soft, calming playlist. Make the bedroom a place of comfort. Dim the lights, keep it cool, use soft, clean sheets, and avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and electronics at night. Because rest is not just about the hours you spend in bed. It's about the peace you give your body before it sleeps. But there's one more thing. Something so many forget: gratitude. Taking a moment just before sleep to remember something good, a memory, a loved one's smile, the feeling of a warm embrace. It may seem simple, but gratitude can calm the mind, ease the heart, and make rest come just a little easier. And now you understand, strength isn't just about muscles, balance isn't just about walking, and aging doesn't have to mean growing weaker. Because when you focus on these 5 things: strength, flexibility, mental engagement, nutrition, and rest, you build a life that isn't just long, it's strong. But there's something even more powerful here, something you may not have realized yet. Because this isn't just about walking less, it's about living more. And now with these 5 habits, you or your loved one can do just that. Stay strong, stay balanced, and never forget: the best years aren't just behind you. They're the ones you choose to protect right now. It's never easy, is it? Realizing that what once worked doesn't anymore. That the habits you always believed were good, the routines you thought were safe, now come with risks you never imagined. You spent so many years thinking that staying active meant walking more, pushing further, refusing to slow down. But now it feels different. It feels uncertain. And maybe there's a part of you that feels guilty. Guilty for thinking about walking less, guilty for needing to adjust, guilty for wondering if you've been doing it all wrong. But let me tell you something. This is not failure. This is wisdom. Because true strength doesn't come from ignoring change. It comes from understanding it, adapting to it, using it. You are not giving up. You are leveling up. You are making the choice not just to move, but to move wisely. To stay strong, balanced, and independent in a way that truly matters. This is a new chapter. A chapter where you don't just walk because it's what you've always done. You walk because it keeps you confident. But now you add something more, something smarter. Strength training, gentle but powerful. Lifting not just your body, but your spirit. Flexibility, Slow, soothing stretches that remind your muscles and joints they are still alive. Mental engagement, learning, laughing, sharing stories, because a sharp mind is just as important as a strong body. Nutrition, simple, comforting meals that do more than just fill your stomach. They fuel your life. Rest, real, peaceful rest that doesn't just restore your energy, it rebuilds your resilience. These are not restrictions, they are freedoms. Freedoms that let you live without fear, freedoms that give you control over your own body, freedoms that protect you, that protect those you love. So don't think of this as giving up on walking. Think of it as giving yourself or your loved one the best chance to walk safely, to walk confidently, to live fully. And the best part? It doesn't have to happen all at once. Start small, just one of these habits this week. Add a few minutes of strength exercises in the morning. Try a gentle stretch before bed. Share a new recipe with a loved one. Challenge your mind with a new game, or simply let yourself rest without feeling guilty. And I promise you, you'll begin to notice a difference. The fear of falling fades. The struggle to stand eases. The worry about weakness becomes a thing of the past, because you are not just living, you are protecting your life. But here's something you must remember. This isn't just for you. It's for the people who love you. The ones who want to see you smile, who want to share more memories with you, who want to laugh with you, talk with you, hold your hand without worrying that one day you might not be there. So when you choose to make these changes, you're not just choosing strength for yourself. You're choosing peace for them. And if you're here watching this because you're caring for someone you love, know this. Your love is a gift. Your patience, your kindness, your willingness to learn and adapt, they are treasures. And even if it sometimes feels like they don't notice or that they don't understand, they do. Every smile, every gentle touch, every meal you prepare, every walk you share, these are not just moments. They are memories. They are proof that love is stronger than age, stronger than fear, stronger than time. So please, don't lose hope. Don't give in to fear. Don't believe for a second that growing older means giving up. Because this is not the end. This is a beginning, a new way of living, a better way of caring, a wiser way of loving. And no matter what you've heard, no matter what you've believed in the past, your best years are not just behind you. They are here. They are now. And every choice you make to protect your strength, to maintain your balance, to nourish your body and your mind, it's a choice to keep living fully, loving deeply, and standing strong. Because life doesn't end when you grow older. It simply asks you to grow wiser. And now, with these 5 simple habits, you have the wisdom you need to stay strong, to stay steady, and to stay hopeful. This is your moment. This is your life. Make it a life of strength. Make it a life of balance. Make it a life of joy. You deserve it. So let's take a moment to bring it all together. Remember, staying strong and balanced after 70 isn't just about walking more. It's about walking wisely and knowing what else your body and mind truly need. To recap, there are 5 essential habits you need to focus on. Strength training, building the muscle that keeps you standing tall, carrying you through life without fear of falling. Flexibility, gentle stretches that maintain your body's freedom to move, keeping your joints fluid, your posture upright, your confidence intact. Mental engagement, keeping your mind sharp, your memory clear, your thoughts quick. Learning, laughing, connecting. Because an active mind is a powerful mind. Nutrition, every bite you take is a choice to strengthen, to heal, to protect. Prioritize foods that fuel your muscles, your bones, your mind. Rest and recovery, because strength is built not just by what you do, but by how you recover. Real rest, real peace, real healing. Walking can still be part of your life, but now it's just one piece of the puzzle. And with these 5 habits, you can build a life that isn't just long. It's strong, balanced, and full of vitality. But I want to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these changes in yourself or in someone you love? Maybe a little more stiffness, a little more fatigue, A quiet loss of confidence? Share your story in the comments below, because your experience, your questions, your wisdom could help someone else who is watching. And if this video has helped you see aging in a new light, if it's given you hope, courage, or a plan to protect your strength, then please take a moment to give this video a like. Subscribe to Wisdom of Longevity for more insights on living well, staying strong, and making the most of every year you have. Because together we can redefine what it means to grow older. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay balanced, and keep moving wisely. I'll see you in the next video.